Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all joining. We are going live. We're going live here on TikTok as well as YouTube. So I'm going to start my TikTok in a second, but I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. This is not the best day for being prompt and on live in a timely manner. So I am going to get us started. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to talk about all things YouTube and making sure you all understand how to go live and go live with ease. So that's what this topic is all about. I don't want you to be scared or nervous about your go live journey. I want you to actually just take action. That's it. And I'm going to give tips to go live, but I want you to go live at ease. So I don't want you to feel nervous or scared about this. This is a great tool and resource for you. And you can connect with your community and you can intentionally share information to your audience that is going to help them and offer a solution. And you can build community here. So I want you to be intentional about everything you do. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. We're going to get started in just a second. I appreciate you all joining. And this is making sure you get everything you need. So, okay. And we're going to get started right now. Let's see. All right. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to get started. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. I'm getting started. I'm sorry, a little late. Thank you so much. Come on in. We're going to talk about going live and going live with ease so that you feel comfortable and confident going live. So come on in. I appreciate you all coming in. How you doing, Donnella? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Drea, thank you so much for joining. Graham Cookie, thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about all you need to know to go live and feel confident and comfortable. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be nervous. I don't want you to be shy or introverted, all the things that I say I am. So I don't want you to do any of that. I want you to go live with ease. Trucker, thank you so much for joining. How you doing? D Red, thank you so much for being here. Miss Betsy, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming in. You said I'm scared. Kimberly, love it. Kimberly, you're funny. Don't be scared. I got you. I got your friend. How you doing? Mighty Mouse, thank you for joining. Connie, thank you so much for being here. Connie, how's your Go Live journey going? Sis, thank you so much for joining. Natasha, thank you for joining. Amber, thank you for being here. Bronwyn, thank you for joining, friend. How you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? As y'all can tell, a friend has been a little delayed today. I actually had to get on a meeting call and then had to actually run up to do a parent-teacher meeting earlier for my son. So I just been back to back to back. So that's what's happening for me. And I appreciate you sharing, D-Red. Appreciate you so much. Marilyn, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Good. Going live at 7 p.m. Central. Look at you. Congratulations, friends. Greetings and blessings. So thank you so much. Data Queen, thank you so much for being here. Digital, I'm sorry. Bruella, thank you so much for joining. How you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? Thank you so much. So I was just busy this morning. Everything was just back-to-back meetings. I joined my way home from work. Look at you. That's right. You're near retirement. So I want to be you when I grow up, okay? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be you. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Donna, thank you for joining. FYP, there we go. Greetings and blessings, chat. Yes, absolutely. So we're going to get started. Thank you so much for the heart puffs. We're going to get started. So I'm going to say this, and we're going to take this conversation any way you want. I know I got questions at my 10 o'clock. I had a few nervous people and the chat that was like, okay, what do I say when I go live? So I said today I was going to talk about ChatGPT. I was going to bring that to the conversation. Let me know if you have any other specific things you want me to talk about. I haven't done chat in a while, and I think I'm going to do it from scratch just so you guys can see the 3 prompts. So we'll probably go there. I do have a hard stop at before 6. So probably like 5:50. So I'm sorry I'm starting late, but this probably will be like a solid 90 minutes. I'm gonna hold myself to it because I have no choice because 6 o'clock I have a meeting. So I am gonna hold myself to it. Good afternoon. Hope all you having a wonderful day. And you know I'll get to chatting, I'm answering questions, and my nervous people, they're like, well, wait a minute, but what about this? And what about this? And I'm here for you, friends. So ask me questions, ask me whatever you need. I will answer it. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel at ease. And I'm going to tell you, I'm always honest, I'm transparent. It does take time. Practice makes progress. So don't look for perfection. My friend who said they were scared, don't look for perfection. It gets easier as you do it more and more. You become more comfortable. But what we're going to focus on is how are you talking to your target audience? How are you activating your room? How are you, first of all, knowing what to say? I want you to be intentional about that. And then I will tell you even another step because I talk about this early on, doing your research in the app for that particular topic and to engage your target audience. Spend some time researching, making sure you're connecting with the right people because that is also what matters. A lot of times people will have only in their app or the algorithm that's just speaking. Thank you so much, Coach Miss Jessie. Practice makes progress, friend. Yes, it does. You have only in the algorithm the fact that you're like, okay, I'm nervous, I'm scared. How do I go live? So all the things you're seeing, not a bad thing, Dr. Lisa. You're seeing a lot of stuff about Dr. Lisa and tips to go live and how do you mom. You're seeing all the things. However, you need to make sure you're also seeing in your algorithm and telling TikTok, I need to know about my topic. I need to know about my audience. I need to make sure I'm seeing that in my For You page and on my feed. So you want to be intentional about that research. And I spend some time talking about that engagement strategy from the bottom up so that your feed is then showing you the right audience, the right topics, the right content. Okay. So it takes a minute for you to kind of get the algorithm used to what you're going to be talking about, who you're trying to talk to. But I'm gonna say spend some time there. That's key to this. So I'm starting there because I want you all to make sure you're doing that as well. And that's important for how you build your community. That's also important for how you build your live. Okay. All right, friends. So we're going to spend some time there. Thank you so much. So we're going to activate the room. So my new people who are new to me, like I said, I feel as if I'm rushing a little bit. That is not my intent, but I do want to get some things in, and because I came on a little later, I know I won't be able to do all the things I want to talk about. So I want to make sure I get things going. But as you have questions, let me know as well. So what we're going to do today is talk about the room. Let's activate the room. So if you are a live host, put that you're a live host in the chat. We're going to try to get some engagement points. Put that you're a live host in the chat. Tell us what topic you go live under, what's your time, and what's your time zone. Let's start doing that. And then if you are new to my room, and I know the room is still coming in, so I have a lot of my people who have come in and connected and supported. How you doing, Happy? Who've come in. I know you're here, but if you're new to the room, I want to see you as well. Say new. Just say new. I'm new. New-ish. Seen you a couple times. Still deciding on going live. I appreciate you all joining. And so my live hosts are going to be putting in what you're doing, and then my new people are going to be putting new in. In the meantime, I want to point out the number up here. I'm going to talk about this because I want you all to pay attention to engagement. Engagement matters. When you come into a live, you are coming into a relationship. So tapping the screen, sharing the live, commenting, all that matters. And so when you click that number up there, it'll tell you the top viewers, the top engagers. As the room grows and more people come in, there's also a question mark that speaks to the points you get for your engagement. So I point that out because I want you to be able to tell your audience how to engage. I want you to know how to engage as well, but tell your audience how to engage. And so that's key for people to know that. All right, my live host, you guys got stuff in here. You said live host, financial literacy and building generational wealth. Awesome. Live host, older women who want to retire. Love it, love it, love it. And then what time and time zones? Have you guys gotten a schedule yet? I know some people are like, okay, I'm still trying to figure out my method, when I go, what time I go. And I know that comes with time. And I want you to make sure you're being consistent. So that's going to be important for you to know when you're going to go live. Thank you so much, everyone. April, thank you for joining. With love, how you doing? USD, thank you so much for joining. Miss Kimmy, thank you for joining. Regina, thank you for joining. I appreciate you coming in, liking the live and sharing the live. Hi there, how you doing? I start at night. I want to switch to morning. Okay, yeah. Just do it. Just pick a time that you can be consistent at. That's what I tell people. Somebody will actually, I get the question about, is there a best time to go live? What do you recommend? I tell people the first thing I say, start with you. Start with your availability. Start with a time that you can be consistent at. And so if you do switch to the morning, try to stick to that for about 30 days. And if you start at night or stay at night, try to stick to that for 30 days and just get a sense of who's coming. The algorithm changes all the time. So you'll see um, your numbers go up and down. So I don't want you to feel like you're not getting the turnout that you need. It's important that you just stay consistent, stay going live, make sure that you are showing up because people are going to see you. TikTok will push people in your room. They're going to want to engage. So you just got to start building that community. But the consistency matters. It matters. And so you want to show up. I tell people all the time when it's a matter of making sure, thank you for the daily heart, me Fatima. When it's a matter of making sure your community is understanding of your topic and they feel as if your topic relates to them. When you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. People need to know that your topic is resonating with them. And so as you're doing that, even if they stay for a few minutes, they gotta know they'll come back and they're like, okay, let me listen a little longer. Let me take this in. I want to make sure I understand exactly what are some of the things I could be doing. Okay. Especially from a financial literacy perspective. Yep. So that's going to be important, just staying consistent. Coach Miss Jessie, you said, I'm a certified confidence and trauma coach. Live Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Central, and Fridays 1 to 7 Central, 1 in 7 Central. Awesome. Look at you. Should the live be at least 1 hour? Drea, your live, in terms of the scale live rewards, you want to be at least 30 minutes. I say 30 minutes is the minimum. 25 minutes is actually the actual minimum to get at least 38% of your live scale live rewards to get the rewards, essentially how you monetize. If you go over that, that's great. Giving you more opportunities to connect, to get new followers, all that matters. You should get to the point that you're going at least an hour. So you're building to that. And then you might get to the point where you're going 90 minutes. And then you'll get to the point where you're going 2 hours. So ideally, you're building into that. Part of that is how you grow your community as you get new followers to come in, more engagement. So all that does matter. But it ultimately is based on you showing up and being consistent. And people know that you're going to be there for them. Okay. So that's going to be important. And so I'm going to walk through a couple things as we get the room activated. And so when I came in, I started talking about go live with ease. And so I have the topic here, go live with ease. I want to make sure you feel confident about your go live journey. I'm sharing my live. I'm liking my live. Those are things you want to do. How you doing, Define and Dana? How you doing, friend? Good afternoon. Could you tell me where to set the amount that you want to reach before TikTok pays you? Oh, look at you. I like your thinking. You're like, look here, let's put this out here. I'm gonna be doing this. It's actually interesting. I just had a meeting with somebody and I had to walk through these steps. So I got you. So I know exactly where it is. Because usually I say, go ahead and search around. It's multiple clicks. It is multiple clicks. But I know what I clicked to. So I got you. Let me talk through it. So when you are going live, when you are on the TikTok studio, your profile where your face is, click TikTok studio. You'll see tools at the top. Scroll down. Click. I got 4. Look at you. That's awesome. Congratulations, friends. You are monetized. Okay. That's it. Every penny count, every dollar count. Okay. Congratulations. So when you click monetization, click the number that you have, click that $4. So TikTok will say you've earned $4. Okay. Hello from North Carolina. How you doing, friend Annie? How you doing? Okay. So when you click the $4 or click the estimated amount that you have, click that estimated amount. It's under monetization. So just look under a little lower as you scroll down. You'll see your estimated monetization or estimated rewards. That's what it's called. When you get to that screen, at the top, it's going to have the amount you have, and then it's going to say your balance. Click the balance number. And then after you click the balance, I'm telling you now it's about 2 or 3 more clicks. After you click the balance, click that balance number, then go to the other rewards. One says TikTok shop, and then underneath is going to be the $4 probably. So it'll show that as other money you've earned, other rewards, other programs. I think that's how it's worded. And then under that, after you click that, then you should get to a screen where it says your balance. There's a box in the middle of that screen that said live rewards. That's the box you want to click. Okay. It doesn't seem as apparent, but it's a box that says live rewards. When you get to the box that says live rewards, click that. And then that's going to take you in the top upper right corner is going to be like a credit card symbol. It looks like a credit card. That's where you can set the balance. It might be the 2 dots or 3 dots next to it. It's either the dots or the credit card. There next is 2 symbols. Click either one of them, but that'll get you there. Okay. I think it's the dots. Not I say that out loud, but that's where you can set the balance. You'll see an option, a screen will pop up where you can set the minimum balance for your payout. Okay. So I'll look for it. Yeah. Like I said, it's multiple clicks under monetization. So once you get to the point where you have live rewards in the center of the screen where you can click that for monetization, click that box and that'll have that little credit card symbol in the corner. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. We are going to activate the live. The flash goal that's popped up is it's the roses. We're going to talk about that in a second because it's going to be a way to activate the live. And so we will I want you all to do that. And then I want you all to make sure you are activating your live. And thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We got to make sure people who are here to do what they need to do is here, connected and growing. I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much. All right, so that's here. That's the flash goal. At the end of the day, we're going to talk about how do you make sure you're talking to your audience in an intentional way so that you can learn and grow, okay? So that they can learn and grow from you, but also so that your room can get activated. That's a new way that TikTok is having it in there, that flash goal. And it's really a pin goal where each person coming in, they can set a rose, and that's a way to activate the room. As you're thinking about things that TikTok are looking for, they're looking for comments. That's a way to get engagement in your live. Liking the screen, sharing the live, and then gifting. So this is a way to gift. TikTok does want you to gift. Gifting is a way for you to level up. And essentially, as you're thinking very intentionally about getting rewards, TikTok gets a percentage too. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. This is all part of the strategy, but at the end of the day, it is a way to monetize. So as you're going consistently, you will earn and grow. Thank you so much. I see you, Coach Miss Jessie. How you doing, Shara? Thank you so much for being here. My first lively said someone commented. Block them. So when you get a comment like that, I just blocked and muted someone that was playing, and they've been coming to my room playing a few times, so I know they were being childish. But if you get a comment like that, hit the words. Screen pops up. Scroll down to mute and then block. Okay? So when you get stuff like that, mute and block. Here's the reality. I mean, again, here's the reality. This is a kids app. Okay? So as people are coming in, you got young folks that are here playing games, and then you have young adults or adults coming in here playing games. So at the end of the day, you control your live, you control your room. You want to make sure that you're intentional about controlling your room at all times. And if people are coming in and they're not being respectful, you have every right to mute and block them. Okay. So yeah, some people are rude, some people are childish, and at the end of the day, you don't have to tolerate it. So you can easily just get them out your room. So that's what I would tell them. Yep, great tips. That's it. You control your room. So at all times, you don't have to engage them. You don't have to ask questions. You don't have to get to know them. You don't have no allegiance to them. Hit the mute button, press their comment, mute them, and then get them out your room. So that's what I would tell you to do. And so you just want to be intentional about doing that. He said, I love that. You don't. I think that's sometimes we feel like we got to keep people in our room and we want to make sure we're supporting them. At the end of the day, they're not there. They're there to be trolls and disrupt. And you want to make sure you're talking to people who want your information. So that's the most important thing. Andrea, how you doing, friend? I appreciate you being here. Rhea, thank you so much for joining. Mr. Muir, thank you for joining. I appreciate you all coming through. You say yes, yeah. I appreciate you, friend. So let me know if there's any questions too. So we're going to talk about what's happening in the room so that you know what to do. And then, like I said, I do have a hard stop. So I'm going to try my best to stay on topic because I'm going to do a lesson when it comes to supporting you. And at the end of the day, you just support, people. And in terms of your live, your topic, you help people understand your overall goal, your message, and then make sure you're continuing that because you can use this content for other platforms too. You can use this content to share on TikTok. Okay, so everything you're talking about is important that you can use it in other spaces. Just so that you guys know, I am co-streaming right now. And if you're in my live, you can see I'm actually on YouTube right now, co-streaming. So come over if you choose to. It's Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you comment. If you go to one of my shorts, I will ask that you comment over there, like it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And then the shorts I get notifications for. So I will go to one of I will go to your page, go to one of your shorts or your videos, comment, like, and then subscribe. YouTube's particular about subscribing. So you got to make sure you actually subscribe, that you actually view something because that's the fake engagement they see. If you just click subscribe, they want you actually to view the content before you click subscribe. So that's why I said view it, comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe is the last step. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Like I tell people, we are growing this season. This is springtime. This is our grow time. We are planting the seeds so that we can be successful in the future. Okay. So I want you all to know how to be intentional about your growth strategy. Okay. And like I said, as you have people coming in your room, you just want to make sure that they are actively supporting and engaging too. I don't know why I keep getting this person that is trolling the room. Interesting. Not sure why that's happening. Interesting. So I had the fake imposter accounts. So I had to be intentional about the fake imposter accounts. So I'm managing that a little bit too, making sure people who have been trolling before, making sure they get out the room. Victoria, thank you so much for being here. Okay, friends. Liking the live is points. So if you tap, we have 5.8K. You can like the live, and then sharing the live is also important. I just read about sowing and reaping in my Bible today. Look at you, friend. Yep, that's it. Yep. And so sharing the live, you can share the live. You want to share your own live as a live host. You want to share the live. And then also as you are coming in, make sure you are commenting something substantive. When you connect with people, you can ask questions. Those are all types of ways you can support the live. TikTok sees that and they see you're engaging. The things that you need coins for, the daily heart me. So if you have not done the daily heart me, you need coins on your account so you can get that. And then you get points. You get 45 points. The screen pops up. You can put a comment in, and then you also can get 30 points for that comment. So make sure you claim your points. That's something I'm saying now that's fairly new. Go back before you leave, and in between the live, go back and click the daily heart me so you can claim those points. Okay. How do you get people out of your room that are rude? Oh, Cottontail. Again, click the words, like the words you just wrote. How do you get people out of your room that are rude? When you click those words, don't click their photo, don't click their name, click their actual words, the rude words, essentially. So if I click those words, press down on those words, a screen pops up and it says mute, and then you can block them. Okay. So that's what I do all the time. When there's rude people coming in my room, people who are disrespectful, people who are who essentially are not that are trolls, that are not there to support the live, they usually will put something disrespectful or inappropriate. I click those words really quickly, and then I mute them and block them. Yep, that's it. Cotton Top, thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Don't let anyone come in your room and disrespect it. You just mute and block them, and you'll see. I don't know if you guys see it. Do y'all see it? See it? Let me know. When I mute and block people, do y'all see people I muted and blocked? Let me know. Do y'all actually see when I do that? Because sometimes people come in and I just mute and block them so quickly. I don't know if the room sees it because I've done it. I haven't. Okay, no. Okay, so you don't see it then. So it's something the live host sees then. Okay, all Can't see it. All right. Um, Thank you so much, friend. Let's stay on top of it. I appreciate you, Izzy. All right. So good day. How you doing, lady? And so let's do this because, like I said, I want to make sure you are so welcome, friend. I want to make sure we get through our topic. So I'm going to do this. Um, I'm going to flip my camera. So, like I said, I'm well. Thank you. You're welcome. um, I'm going to flip my camera. Like I said, I want to make sure I get through the topic. I want to answer questions. I had a few people that talked about being nervous and shy. So you guys are getting a little bit more of a streamlined conversation today, but I want to make sure I answer questions. Okay. So we're going to get through the topic. And we had a flash goal up there. Let me click the flash goal again. And if you have any questions about going on here, like I said, I know I'm skipping around. But if you have any questions about anything on this platform, let me know, especially if you're new and you haven't gone live and you're trying to figure out what to do or what different things mean. The box right here is TikTok's ad space. So I tell people that quite a bit. That's the box right there. This is a sticker. It's in the wand. It's under enhance. And then this is also an effect. That's the daily heart me. Thank you all for sending roses. Actually, so let me say the flash goal is for new people. So old people, I appreciate y'all roses too. But people who have not given a rose, that's what the flash goal, I guess, is TikTok's way of activating a room and letting people engage and gift and stuff. So thank you so much, though. I appreciate you all coming in. See, I appreciate that, sweet Kay. Think you say, oh, okay, I take y'all roses though. I'm fine with the roses. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much, Zebra. Appreciate you. Yes. And that's a flash goal. So I want you guys to use that. I don't do it consistently. So don't do as I do. Click it every now and then. I know the goal gets higher, it goes down, it goes up. But at the end of the day, I think you should do it. I think it's a nice touch to make sure you're able to activate your room. So here's what I'm going to do. I talked about the daily heart me. If you are curious about the blue boxes that people have, let me know. I will talk about that. It came up upon my screen to participate. Okay. Oh, it did. Okay. No, I pinned it. That's what happened. Maybe you did need to click it. Maybe so. But yeah, so I did a pin feature. So okay, yes, so that's probably why you saw it. So it popped up on, I think, on all of our screens. We got one more rose to send you all. Like I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's only 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left. Yeah, three and a half almost. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to talk us through, and if you're curious about the blue box, let me know. I'll get to that in a second. But I do want us to make sure we're thinking intentionally about our topic. Okay. Thank you for sharing this. You're welcome, friend. I want us to make sure we're talking about our topic. We know what we're talking about. If you are new to my room, I say that right now. I'll say it again. If you're new to my room, just let me know you're new. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Gina P, for the daily heart me. I've been in 3 or 4 times. The host won't even say hi to me. Really? Mark, I'm sorry that it has happened to you. You've been in 3 or 4 rooms, and they also don't even say, that's rude. Army, thank you. So you said, I'm new. How you doing, friend? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you, Gina P. I see you. And thank you. We reached our goal, too. Thank you so much. You said, I'm new, Armina. Is that it, Armina? Thank you so much for being here. Look at you. You are all set. You said NY growth driven, purpose filled, unapologetically me. Look at you with your email and everything. Go ahead, friend. Invisible, I guess. No. You know what happens? So what I will say, and that's kind of why I pride my room. I want to make sure that people feel seen and heard. And I try to talk to people in the chat and point out my new people, say hello. But some live hosts, I think sometimes the room is chatting quite a bit, and maybe they don't see people. So I'll give people grace in that way. How you doing, Paul? I'll give people grace in that way. And then there's also, how you doing, Mariexa, as well? And then there's also TikTok will filter and block comments. How you doing? Yes, Michelle, I see you coming in, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Michelle, how are you? Oh, you're on the other chat too. I changed the screen. Thank you so much. And hanging out with Nay. How you doing, Nay? I see you over in the chat. Thank you so much for being over on my YouTube page. So I think they sometimes forget what it means to be new. However, what I will tell you is that it's important for you as a viewer. I'm just gonna say this out loud. I'm popping in to share the love. I appreciate you. Let me give my quick commercial first. Yes, Michelle Crochets. She is my moderator for YouTube. I am co-streaming right now in YouTube, and this content is going to be available for you as a playlist on my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. I'm intentional about this. I'm gonna actually show you all real quick. How you doing, Mariex? I see your friend. Um, and so you guys can see we are streaming, co-streaming on YouTube. Yes, Michelle Crochet, she's in the chat. And I got another friend that has joined over here as well. So come on over, make sure you like the live as well as comment. I appreciate you all. But that's something I'm doing. Like I said, this is our growth season. There's no reason for us not to level up. There's no reason for us not to be successful if we're being intentional about our strategy. So that's what I want to make sure you're doing. So when it comes to YouTube, my name over there is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. If you comment on one of my shorts, because YouTube is particular about just subscribing to somebody's channel. If you comment on a short and then like it and then subscribe, that will allow it to go through. I'm in turn going to go to your page, like your comment, go like your content as well, your short, comment and like, and then subscribe to you. So we're growing this year. We're all doing what we need to grow. So I just wanted to show that to you all there. Really quickly though, I wanted to just kind of circle back to my friend who said, he goes, Mark says he goes to several lives and people are ignoring, they're not being engaging. As a live host, you want to make sure you talk to your community. That's about how you build your page. Okay. That's about how you connect and build your followers. And you want to do that intentionally. So when I say you come over here, you are actively engaging as a viewer and as a live host. Okay. So you got to make sure you're seeing your people, saying hello. How you doing, Lady Exclusive? How you doing, Bloom? Thank you so much for sharing a live. And at the same time, as a viewer, you got to make sure you check in. Okay. Your role as a viewer is to make sure you're commenting, you're liking, you're sharing the live. You are doing the daily heart me. I say the daily heart me is like a hello. Okay. It's like a check-in. You become a part of this team. So if you're somebody who's sitting here and you haven't done the daily heart me, then that speaks to, okay, how do you want to engage in the live? How do you want to connect? Are you just flying under the radar and you're not getting any engagement points? Because TikTok gives you points for that. Or are you actively engaging? Are you commenting? Are you sharing? Are you liking? Okay. How do you manage the large amount of comments? You know what? I don't have a moderator. I don't for here. I do have one for YouTube. Yes, Michelle Crochets is my moderator. She's awesome at YouTube. You just made me think I need to shout her out because she really is awesome. She is over on YouTube right now. She was just here for a second ago. Please connect with her. She is doing a wonderful job. She knows YouTube. That is her playground. Oh, you're in both places. I see you. Yeah, she's here too. She is you know what? I gotta give praise because you are helping me. So she's here. This is her playground too, but she really knows YouTube. So I would say connect with her over there if you have questions and connect and want to build your page. Thank you for heading back over now. Okay. I appreciate you, friend. Okay. When it comes to managing your room, though, and moderators are a great way to do it. I personally like to see the chat. I like to see your comments. I want to connect with you all. So I try to manage it myself. As the room gets to rooming, there's been times TikTok goes up and down with people coming in and out your room. Comments get to flowing. People are sharing and liking. Things become kind of up in the chat a little further up. And what I do is just try to go back through the chat, tell people I'm connecting with comments, and then I will go back and say, okay, let me review some comments. And if I missed a comment, please let me know. Okay. At the end of the day, my goal is to make sure you feel included, make sure you feel seen and heard. And this is a beginner room. So all my newbies, all my people who are still trying to figure out this app and you want to go live and you want strategies, this is where you can come and get your questions answered. And don't feel as if you can't ask questions and understand what's happening here. So that's what I try to do. How do I put a topic on my screen while I am alive? So kind of like the sticker. Let me know if that's what you meant, Lady Exclusive. This is a sticker. So stickers are located in the enhance screen. Thank you for the FYP. They're located in Enhance. So if you click Enhance, there's stickers, there's effects, there's sound effects, there's all types of, no, not sticker, you mean a board. A board is another way. Yeah, I was about to say stickers, then board. So board is another way. Only thing I will tell you, you can click the board that talks about qualifications, or you can do the header board if you want to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gift. So you can do that like a topic I would like to talk about. Yeah, you could do a board if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, a board would say, here's my topic. Yeah, so if you click enhance, it allows you to put a board up and you can make that your topic. Or otherwise, you can do something small like I did where I say go live with ease. And then there's the boards that are on the side. That is the qualification boards that has 1, 2, 3 as options. So you can do that as well. Yep, those are the things you can do. All right, good friends, let's get to chatting a little bit more. So a board would be like yeah, so not the sticker, but like a board. Yep, that's the answer. Can you change the board setup? Nope. You can modify the qualifications board where it has 1, 2, 3. You can modify that, but much of the board, the header board, you could change that one and put your own words there. But I have to be honest with you, the boards I'm not a big fan of. It's something about the way they get in the way. I'm not a big fan of how they are not. They're kind of big and can't move them. So the stickers on my forehead, but it doesn't bother me. It's like a little line. The board becomes like in my way. And then the upper board you could do as well. I guess that's not as bad. But yeah, you could put a board up. Did everyone get the heart? I'm not sure if everyone did the daily heart meme. The heart puffs they did. The heart puffs, not the heart puffs, the roses, what I had up. Okay, is that on a green screen? No, you could do a green screen as a different type of way of doing it if you wanted to have a green screen. No, they're in Enhance. There's literally something called board. It's a board. So if you're on the screen where you have the title of your live where you're setting that up, click the board option. There's the board option there. That's what I'm talking about. How you doing? Rich Risings, how you doing? Fran, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. So yeah, there's literally a board that you can click to. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. That's what it's called. You'll see the big fatter board that people have up here, and then there's a board that comes to the side. You can have that. So yeah, there's different boards that you can put up. Like for example, let me see if I click the board, they become preset. So this is a board that I can put up. Okay. See that? Like I said, it gets in the way. There's not a good place to put it, but you see it there. It says tap, share, daily heart me. And so that's a board I wrote before. And so I put that up. And then this is just the qualifications board, but there's another board that goes to the top banner if you wanted that to be a top. Oh, okay. So you could do that. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna erase this one because it gets in my way. But that's a board you can put up. And you could decide how you want to change it, change the words. TikTok does have to approve boards, so you got to keep that in mind. Also went searching for the teleprompter yesterday, and it's supposed to be in there. I haven't seen it in live. It is on your content as an effect in contents. So if you go to the effects where you can do green screens, type in the word teleprompter on as if you're going to post something. You can do that. So you can put it there. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle. I appreciate your friend. We're going to talk Friday. We're going to talk Friday about that. That's on my questions. Oh, what is your content about? How you doing, Mark? My content is all about going live with ease. So let me do this. So my people who are nervous, you say keep a list. Awesome. I will. You say growth looks good on you. Appreciate you. My content, this topic, my live topic, this is my go live with ease. Okay. That's what this 4 p.m. is all about. So I want you to understand how to go live, how to be confident, how to not be scared. So my title is Don't Be Scared, Tips to Go Live. I don't want you to be scared, nervous, shy. I want you to feel confident in this. I feel like, am I freezing, guys? Let me know if I'm freezing. I feel like my screen froze on me for a second. Let me know if that's happening. I appreciate you all being here though. But yeah, that's the topic that you say, kid. Yes. Oh, I am freezing. I can tell there's something going on with mine. So YouTube, she said, I'm good over here. I appreciate you. Um, but over here, I could tell it was freezing because it was the way my face looked like it was shaking for a second. I was like, I must be freezing. Yeah, so I think I'm freezing today. It's interesting. TikTok can be a little interesting at times. Yes, hopefully I'm not freezing anymore. Let me know if you still see me as freezing. Okay. Hopefully that's not still occurring. Okay, friend. Okay, now. Okay. Looks okay to me. Okay, awesome, friends. Okay, we're gonna get started. Gosh, y'all, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show who's new in the room. Let me just do a quick check because I know we had a few new people say they were new. Let me just do a quick check real quick. And if you are nervous, if you are scared, if you're shy and you haven't gone live, put that in the room. Just say I'm new. I haven't done this. New to your room, new to being going live. Just put new. I did a live earlier. My phone overheated, so I guess that I wasn't live. Interesting. It just made me think about something. I got an overheat message earlier. When I charge my phone, I usually get that message in there. Thank you so much, Mark, for saying that. That made me think of it. Hey, Queen, what did you say? You said, I'm new to your room. How you doing, guys? Child? Appreciate you being here. You are active on these TikTok streets, though. TikTok affiliate program, go live. Look at you. Are you talking about doing shoppable lives when you go live? New to live, fearful. Okay, Patricia, I got you, friend. I'm going to give you some homework, Patricia. You don't have a bio, friend. We got to get you a bio. Anya, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. New to TikTok. You are growing good, friend. You are building a community. I got you. Hello, how you doing? Bello Willow. Willow, thank you so much. Willow. Went live this morning. Look at you. Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate you all. Thank you all who are coming over to the YouTube channel too. Make sure you like and comment. I got my moderator, yes, Michelle Crochet. She's there for you. Okay, and then my YouTube page is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, same name. So let's grow, connect over there. If you connect with my shorts or put a comment in, I see those comments. I'm going to go back and go to your shorts and comment on yours and subscribe. So we're all trying to grow. I think I'm going to try to go live tonight. Look at there. Amara, thank you so much. Look at you, friend. Okay, so really quickly, my new people, how you doing, Mimi? I see you coming in, friend. Okay, new people, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about going live, and I want to make sure that tells me I'm probably freezing again, Aina. Let me know because I moved in slow motion when I just did that. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. So hopefully it's not freezing for you all. Thank you for doing the Daily Heart. May I say, hey, how you doing? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliments. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to make sure we understand our topic. So we got a little work we're going to do. I want to make sure you guys know what to do when you go live. Can you tell me more about the leagues? Lady, sure. Let me talk about that real quick. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you, Mimi. Oh, you're so sweet. You said, let me give a hug. Yes. You said, I love going live. It is fun. It's so fun. Okay. Thank you so much. Hello, sis. How you doing? Leagues. Leagues are how you grow in your community. You're growing diamonds. So as people are coming into your life, they're connecting with you. You are leveling up. Okay. It shows that you're leveling in your daily rankings. You start off at D5. You go to 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you get to C 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. True God, thank you for being here. Then B 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then there's A 3, 2, 1. You don't have the 4 and the 5. So as you're growing in your diamonds, you're collecting diamonds here on TikTok. Those diamonds translate into rewards. And it's essentially how your community is connecting with you. The equation that you get diamonds for is engagement in your live. People are liking the live, sharing the live, commenting, new followers key because of Scale Live Rewards, new followers, and how long you go live. That engagement, the gifting, engagement that you have, and how your live is growing, the duration of your live, that equation. So engagement and gifts, that's usually what I say. Engagement and gifts create a diamond. Okay. So that equation creates a diamond. Diamonds translate into how you're monetized. The most you can make per live, if you're being strategic about it, is 40% of your rewards. TikTok gets 60%. So when you see your analytics, there's a little house in the top corner up here, right under the power button. Thank you so much, Fran. Thank you so much for the gifts. As you have that engagement in your live, then TikTok will get their 60% first if you're operating at a 40% level. And then I tell people TikTok gets between 60 and 80%. Just want to make that clear, because that 80%, if you only go live for 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes, then you don't get the maximum amount that you could for your rewards. You only get 20%. Okay. And TikTok takes 80. So 20 and 80 is 100. So with that, you want to make sure you go long. At least the very, very minimum is 25 minutes. Now I tell you to go 30 just to make sure there's no mistaken. So 30 minutes is what you want to do. And as you grow in your community and you get better at going live, you're probably going to go longer, an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and you're going to build more of a community. Okay. So more people are going to come into your live. They're going to want to engage. They want to connect. And so as you're growing, you grow in your ranking and you grow in your league. Okay. So there's a thing where each live that you do, the engagement that happens, those gifts and that you're getting in each live, you'll be slowly moving up in your league for that day. So right now I'm in the top 80%. For the most part, I just started going live. I'm only been live right now. Well, it says 44 minutes. I didn't even know it was that long. So because I've been on here 40, almost 45 minutes, I've gotten to the top 80% for League C2. Now, I'm probably going to stay on live another 45 minutes or so. We'll have to get off right at 6 o'clock, but before 6 o'clock actually. And so because of that, I'll slowly move up in my rankings as engagement happens in this live. Okay. As I collect more diamonds. And then typically when you get into the high C level, there becomes a conversation about what else can you be doing to activate your live. Is there some other things you want to bring new people in? How you are doing the battles? Those are those competition matches that happen where you're getting points and your team, your community is supporting you to win the battle. Those are 5-minute competitions. So those are things that you can do to booster your live. But for the most part, it's about building your community first. When you can add mods to your live, when can you add? After you've done those first 3 lives, you got to do 3 lives that are unlocking all the features. Okay. So how you doing, Richard? Thank you so much for being here. As you unlock the features, moderators become one of those. So those first 3 lives, they may activate sooner than later, but you can do it within, your first 3 lives that you have. Hello, how you doing, Shelly? Appreciate you sharing the live. Thank you so much, everybody. Madam, okay, I see you. All right. Hello, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle, I see your friend. Okay, so here's what I want us to do. We're going to do a little work because I want you all, my new people who came in the room, I want you to feel confident with going live. And so we're going to talk about 2 things. I talked earlier. Say that again. Who pay the moderators? Moderators are voluntary. Let me say this differently. Moderators is a voluntary role traditionally. However, if it's somebody in your family or a friend, ideally you can say, hey, can you come on live and moderate? Okay. If you choose to pay, then that's on you, but there's no rule for it. That's something that you would want to do personally. But at the end of the day, it is a voluntary role. And so you want to make sure people who moderate for you, first of all, can moderate effectively for you. So they understand you, they know what to do. You give them instructions, they'll follow through on that. So you just want to make sure. And then obviously who's reliable and stuff, because the chat will get to chatting, room will get to rooming. And so you want to be able to have somebody you can trust that's going to pin and remove and kind of keep an eye out on your room for you. Can you tell me about the subscription, how it works? Lady, exclusive? Sure. You're talking about my subscription, or you say got it. You're welcome, friend. Are you talking about my subscription in general, or are you just saying subscriptions in general? Let me answer my subscription, and then I'll talk about it broadly in terms of subscriptions. My subscription is the star, or if you click my photo, you can click to my subscription benefits. It breaks down what I have there. I have 3 levels. So I have 3 levels. One is standard, premium, deluxe. As a subscription, what I offer in my standard is that I do subscriber only lives where only my subscribers can attend, and we talk about just ask me anything, but we also talk about a monetization topic because I want you to think intentionally about how you are monetizing within the app. So I usually keep it within the app conversation. When it comes to how you doing, Miss Darlene, I see your friend. Bello Bello. Let me answer your question in a second because the answer is yes-ish. I don't think it's analytics on it, but you can get monetized that way. So that is some way to get monetized in terms of going on the panel as a guest. Um, Sub-only lives for my subscribers. Sub-only content post. There's a sub-only chat as well. And stickers, that's the standard. Standard is for standard, premium, and deluxe. Those things are offered on all 3 levels. The premium is where I offer now, and I'm going to talk about chat in a second, but it's where I now offer a portfolio review because I talk intentionally about making sure your brand is represented in your profile. So if you're talking to your audience and you understand your bio, the keywords in your bio matter. How do you create a brand that's going to resonate with your target audience? So the name of your nickname, your name, your username, maybe there's some consistency there. And then the bio, making sure all of it aligns because your target audience is going to be looking for that. Okay. So they're going to want to know what your topic's all about and who you are and make sure there's brand alignment. And then also when it comes to your content. So that's a portfolio review that I offer, as well as I offer a content review. I'm sorry, a live stream review. Live stream. So deluxe, you get the portfolio and you get the live stream audit. So I'll come to your live and give you some feedback about how are you connecting with your target audience. Okay. So those are things that are offered in my subscription. What I tell, and this is just kind of a quick snapshot on subscriptions. I think it's a great way to monetize. I've been in a couple lives where people don't understand subscriptions enough. And it is a way for you to build community. So if you want to be intentional about building another passive income stream, but also being able to connect with your community in another meaningful way, that's where you offer subscription benefit. Okay. So I would say add it sooner than later. I was late on that. So I would encourage you to add one if you don't have one already. New here, could you tell me about In Live popping up on screen? In Live popping up on screen. In Live popped up on your screen before? In Live popping up on the screen. Don't see that. Did it happen? Did it happen in your live? Or was that a troll? That might have been a troll. If that was something that was in the chat, then that was a troll. Live violation. You got a live violation. Were you driving? Because like I said, TikTok, it will pop up right in the middle of your screen to end your live. Yeah, you are not surprised by what TikTok is telling you. It's not really in the chat. Yeah, it depends on what you were doing. Were you driving? Were you, depending on what you were doing, it just depends on why TikTok would want you to end your live. So that's important. Driving is an instant violation. It didn't turn my light off. It just kept saying the live violation. Were you doing a shoppable live? That happened for me before when I did a shoppable live and I didn't unpin the product. So that's something you might want to keep in mind. Do you have to have a certain amount of subscribers each week, month? No. No, you don't have to have a certain amount of subscribers. It's up to you in terms of how quickly your subscription grows. I would tell people as you're thinking about your subscription benefits, just think about what you can offer for people. So you want to be able to fulfill that, but also be intentional about as you're growing your subscribers, you can say, okay, I have 1 or 2 subscribers. I'm going to do some sub-only videos for them. And then as you get 10 subscribers, you can say, hey guys, I'm growing my subscription. Once we get to 10 subscribers, we're going to go live and do a sub-only live. So just be transparent about you growing and making that a part of it. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened. Thank you. Yes, I was. So should I unpin it if I stop talking about product? Oh, you were doing a shoppable live. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, you got to unpin and remove. That's what happened. So when you said it, I was like, that sounded like when I did my shoppable live. But yeah, you got to unpin it. That's what it was. Yeah, you didn't unpin the product and remove it from the shopping cart. You didn't do it. So you left it probably in the shopping cart and the product, and you was talking about a new product. You was just talking, you went on to the next thing. And TikTok was like, wait a minute, you still got this product over here. And you got in trouble for that. You got a notice for it. So you can submit an appeal for it. You can just say, hey, I didn't realize it was in the cart. Or I didn't know I needed to unpin it. Yep. So yeah, so that's something you can ask TikTok to remove the violation, because essentially if somebody bought a product from you doing that shoppable live, you don't get the commission for it. So you want to make sure you do get your commission. Bello Wello, you asked if you are on the panel, you get paid. So yes, you do get paid. You get rewards. People can gift people who are guests in your room. So that's something you can get paid for. Do you get analytics for doing that live? I don't believe you do. So don't quote me on that. If you've never gone live, I don't know if you get credit in terms of being able to have that live recorded, because that's the live host live. So whoever was hosting that room, that's their live. So I'm going to say the answer is no, but you do get the rewards for being on somebody's live. So you could get monetized that way. I tell people all the time, you got to, as a viewer, you want to be an engaged viewer, because there's probably rewards that you could potentially get be receiving because of it. How you doing, Sade? I appreciate your friend. Lily, I see you, friend. Thank you so much for coming in. I see all the love. Okay, when I go live the second time, I can go longer than 20 minutes. You should go longer than 20 minutes. Yes. You want to go longer than 20 minutes. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. Luma, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. All right. So maybe I shouldn't. Let me know if I need to go over. We're going to do a poll, y'all. I have not done a poll before. Thank you. You're welcome. We're going to do a poll for y'all. Okay. We're going to do a poll. So here's the poll. Here's the questions. I'm going to pin in a second. Okay. Don't, this is a quick poll. We're not going to customize it. We're just going to do, it's going to be 2 options. We're going to see which one wins. Okay. TikTok is being cute. There's a smiley face and there's a crying face. Okay. Smiley face is the people who want me to go over scale live rewards, because I said I gotta end by 6. So smiley face is people who want me to go over scale live rewards today. Crying face is my people who don't know what to do and talk about with their live session. They're crying because they need me to talk about how to find a live topic, how to find your niche, how to find your target audience. You're crying. Okay. So smiley face is the money, the scale live rewards, or my crying faces. I'm about to start the poll now. Okay. So let's see which one wins. I'm starting a poll. Like I said, I've never done this before. So y'all getting a new version of me. So my criers is winning. They're like, okay, Dr. Lisa, I'm scared. I'm nervous. What do I talk about? You got to click the I think you got to click the actual icons on the screen. Let me know. I think that's how you do it. So you got to actually hit the smile or the tears. So on the screen, let me know if that's it. I think that's how it works. Okay. So far we got some tears, we got some cries. Yes, click it. Yeah, click either the smiley face or the tears. Tears. Like, what should I talk about? What is this live business about? I want to go live. I don't know what the topic is. It's ending in 8 seconds, guys. The criers are winning. Scale Live Awards, I could say, you guys, the information's out there for you, but I'll tell you where to get it from. Okay, so the cries won. We're gonna go with the cries, y'all. My criers, my Scale Live Awards. Let me help you, friends. Miss Darlene and Express T, y'all like, look here, we go live. Look at y'all wrong for that. We go live. Okay, so so my people with the tears says, okay, I got you. We're gonna help y'all. By people who wanted to know about the money, what I will say is that Scale Live Rewards is on your home screen under the Live Control Center, the live homepage rather, and you click that, and you're able to click the Scale Live Rewards. There's a per live breakdown, meaning that per live you get monetized based on how long you go live. So my friend Jean, when you ask the question about 20 minutes, it breaks down how long you should go live. So if you go live 20 minutes, you only get 35% of your maximum payout. Okay. The other thing you want to pay attention to is how many people follow you per live. So that's another metric that's in there per live. So as you get new people in your room, and I'll do my quick commercial. If you're new to my room, make sure you follow the live host, or you can also click the Daily Heart Me. If you don't follow me, that's an instant follow to me because it says join my team and you follow me. But if you're not doing the Daily Heart Me, follow the live host. So you want to make sure you announce that because that's part of your metrics. Okay. And if you click the little house or swipe the screen, you can see how long you went live, how many new followers you got, how many unique viewers. I think that's what it says. Unique views. No, they changed it. Gifts, total views, total views. That's what it's in there. I did follow you. Thank you so much. And so all that's part of it. And then how many diamonds you collected in your rewards. So you want to pay attention to that. So that's the Scale Live rewards. What I typically do, and lady exclusive, you asked about the boards. What I typically do is an effect. Okay. It's an effect that's in Enhance where it's the green screen effect. It's a green screen effect where the person is showing their hand. They're like holding up their hand. So I usually do that green screen effect where I pull up an image from my camera roll. It's actually a screenshot of the Scale Live Rewards page. And I walk you through all the different metrics there. So that's under the per live metrics. And then there's a such thing as the weekly missions. So that area I show as well to help you understand, like, how does all this work together? Okay. Because all of it is part of how you get paid in terms of being a live host. So you need to know the metrics that you're paying attention to. Hello, friend. How you doing? Diamond, I appreciate you being here. Can you do all 3 lives in one day? No, it's 24 hours between each one. 24 hours. So at least 24 hours. So maybe you come back today, tomorrow, the next day. 24 hours though in between each one. And for a total of 30 minutes. So my nervous people, my shy people, I say, hey, you know what? Maybe your first live, you go 10 minutes. Okay. Now, you didn't maximize your Scale Live rewards because I just told you you need to go over 25 minutes. And if you're really good, I tell you to go 30 minutes. But you're nervous and shy. And more than likely, you're not going to have a lot of engagement in your room anyway. So with that, I just want you to play around with effects, learn, get acclimated. And then the next live, maybe you do 10, 15 minutes just to kind of, increase your time a little bit. And then the third live, I want you to go a little longer, maybe 20, 25 minutes. So you get used to going longer. You laughing? You laughing? I was like, you're not gonna have much. No, that's the reality. I was being funny, but I was being real. That was real talk. Because I want you to understand that your live comes, it gets activated with engagement with people. So some strategies is that you want to invite people to come to your live, like, hey, going live. You want to put a message out there in your stories, a note in your on your profile, and then you can schedule a live event. You can do a post about it. Yeah, so you want to strike up a little bit of intrigue and energy surrounding you going live. And ideally, you can have some of your friends or followers come join you. But that's another way so that you can build community. I was planning on going live for the first time and was surprised with the age verification. Yes. Yeah, before you can go live the very first time, you got to make sure you verify your age to make sure you got to be 18 years or older to go live. And TikTok want to make sure you're a human because there's some bots out here. But with that being said, 18 years or older, and you got to do the age verification, and then you can go live after you've been verified. Typically, it's same day or the next day. So it's not a long wait between. Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle. Yes, Michelle Crochet. She is in my YouTube. She was the moderator. She's going for the day, but I want you all to make sure you connect with her. She is doing a 6 p.m. go live topic today. So that is 6 p.m. Central Time. She's going live. So you might want to join her where she can give you some, she's demystifying YouTube. So she's really good with YouTube. She's a huge following over there. Obviously, she's in the crafting niche, but she knows YouTube. She's coming over in TikTok. She plays over here, but she is, she's really intrigued by YouTube. What is the moderator? Moderator is somebody that can control your chat. So For TikTok, I don't have a moderator. I control my own chat. For YouTube, yes, Michelle, she knows YouTube, and we've been working together. So she is supporting my chat over there. So she will remove people and answer questions and engage. So I appreciate it so much. How do you suggest doing music in your live? How do I suggest doing music? I usually play YouTube, but since I've been streaming on YouTube, I haven't been playing music. But yeah, that's it. How you doing, Carolyn? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your friend. Yes, I usually play some music in the background. Might have YouTube. Some people do Spotify or whatever. What's the other one? I can't remember the other one. I don't know why I dropped it in my head. Pandora. That's it. Pandora. Apple Music. That type of stuff. Yep. Thank you for the name again. I enjoy YouTube and I want to understand it more. Okay. Yes, Michelle Crochets. Good person to follow. She's doing a live tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. Focus on demystifying YouTube. She's doing it on YouTube. If you go over to my room, what I ask people to do is definitely connect with Yes Michelle, and then go to one of my shorts and comment, like, subscribe. YouTube is very particular. If you just go in and subscribe in the channels, they won't let those subscriptions stick. Essentially, you won't get credit for those subscriptions. They don't allow them or accept them. Maybe that's it. They don't accept them. And so you want to make sure you always comment and watch somebody's video, maybe a YouTube short or some of a long form video, then comment, then like that video, and then subscribe. Okay. So that's kind of the logic. YouTube is particular though. And so yes, Michelle Crochet, she can give you some more things about YouTube, but they are a little bit more particular. Here it's different. You know, every platform has its own way of operating. I tell people YouTube, how you doing, Eugene? I appreciate your friend. YouTube is very much the long game. So you want to engage. Long game for monetization purposes. You want to engage. You want to make sure you're growing your subscribers. Subscribers over on YouTube is like followers for us. However, because it's YouTube, typically people will search on YouTube and maybe they're not logged into their Google account, or, you know, maybe they do have a Google account, but maybe they're not necessarily managing it well or really paying attention to it. So it just depends, especially Apple users. I could see Android users because you usually have a Google account, but Apple users is kind of like, to log in, you might not always be logged in. So you're just going to watch a video and keep it moving. You don't always click subscribe. So it takes a little longer for you to get subscribers over there. Okay. So that's part of it. So you got to pay attention to what's your topic, what's your niche, what's your brand. And there's some analytic stuff that you got to make sure you're doing. Keywords are critical over there. It's just a different way of operating. So your setup and how your channel is operating matters on YouTube. And so she can give you some tips on that. And then also when it comes to getting more subscribers, you just got to be intentional about how you do your outreach. So you're doing this a little longer on YouTube. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate your friend. How you doing, Alex? Thank you so much. Show some love, sharing live, tapping the screen. That tap, tap, tap. Thank you so much, friend. And so that neural mom, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. Lady exclusive. And so recognize that that is a long game. TikTok is a shorter game. When you go live, you get live access. You can monetize pretty easily. I just shared with Bello Wello that if you are a guest on someone's live, you can get gifted and get monetized. I mean, it's just as simple as that. And so recognizing that this is a different way of monetizing. However, it just requires that you're intentional, and consistency and engagement is rewarded. Okay. So you want to be intentional about what you're doing and who you're talking to. When I say you go live, it's important for you to know your target audience, because if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody, because people are going to be like, okay, this ain't for me. This is not interesting. I don't need to sit here. She's not talking to me. So you want to make sure you're talking to your audience and you are speaking to their pain points, their challenges, and how you can offer your live is a solution for them, so that they can they can get questions answered and get the support they need. Okay. Just depends on what your topic is. It could be crocheting. Your topic may be crocheting, and someone's like, okay, I'm really interested in learning. How are you teaching? And so they come to your room and they're like, okay, I love the way she teaches. I love her room, the ambiance, the way she's talking about this. I can see myself learning from her. So that's again how you create that community. Hey, any tips on how to get my product as shippable from my own website? Olive and Sage, how any tips on how to get my products as shippable from my own website? I don't know if I have any tips for you talking about a physical product, shippable. You said shippable. You meant shoppable? You meant shoppable. I think that's what you meant. So you meant shoppable for TikTok shop for seller. I think that's what you meant. Let me know if that's what you meant. I have the access to go live now, so I just have to go for it. Yes, you do, Fran. Yes, you do. Engage. Thank you so much. I appreciate you engaging. How many followers do you need to go live on YouTube? 50, 50 followers, 50 subscribers. That's the word they use. Subscribers, 50 subscribers. I was a little slow. I had 50 subscribers on this channel probably about a month and a half ago. I should have started it back then. So I was like, you know what? Let me start co-streaming. Let me have this. With me co-streaming, I also have had people ask like, hey, I love your content. I would love to go back and watch. I missed part of the stuff you said. Now I copy this. I'm recording this, and so it becomes a playlist. So that's the strategy. So I have live videos content that I'm recording. So you can go back and engage and also subscribe and then get and then ultimately get the content and the answers you need. Thank you so much. Is there that why each creator joins on other lives? Is that why each creator join on other lives? What do you mean in terms of TikTok? Is that what you mean? Or YouTube? What do you Carolyn, let me know what you meant by that. That's true. That happened to me. Yep. Yep. Express, thank you for being a title gift. I see your friend. I appreciate you all. Let me know, how do you get more viewers? More viewers, Vanessa, for are we talking about TikTok? More viewers means that you need to just promote your live more often. Let me do this. Let me do that. I'm going to answer your question differently because I want to show ChatGPT, but I'm going to talk about that real quick. And so thank you all who are commenting, engaging, and gifting. I see you all. Appreciate it. I'm loving your teaching. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I still can't figure out the sound effects. Sade, hit enhance, the little wand. It's not there for you. You should have it. You should have it. Hit the enhance button. Sound effects are when you end the live. You can't do it out before your live is set up. So once you're in the live, hit that little wand and it says sound effects. So when I do the clapping and cheers or cheers, that's it. Been on a cruise. Did that course launch? What course? UBC? Yes, UBC at a wholesale, friend. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Yes. UBC at a wholesale. Let me know. DM me if you want to know more about it. I can send you the live recording. They had a webinar on Saturday. And so I have the recording. So if you want to DM me your email, I'll send it to you, friend. I used it today. Did you? Awesome. There you go, friend. Yep. ChatGPT. Yes, yes. Okay. So let me pivot real quick. So my newbies, thank you so much. The way you explain things is easy to understand. There we go. That's it. I just want go live with ease. Go live with ease. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Go live with ease. Okay. Sometimes I get so caught up in the content, which is Bible study, and it's hard to engage. Okay, okay. Well, you got to make sure that you do a little bit. Some people use a tapping device. I frowned a little bit because I know it could be glitchy at times. I need to get one though. But the tapping device, that's engagement, that's support. Commenting, that's support. If you just comment, it's like, thank you for this. This is great information. I'm sure the live host would appreciate that. So that's support. Sharing out the live. See the arrow below with 120? When you share out the live, if you touch my nose or my glasses, press down, you could share out the live to your followers that way. So all that is support. That matters. No, if you're the host, oh, you got to engage with your people. You do. You do. You have to figure out that balance. It's going to be important for you to connect and ask questions. Like I just did the poll. That could be an easy way to say, okay, here's something else I want you all to engage, and people engage and comment and connect back. So that's a way to do it. Or I'm touching your nose again. Are you? Thank you so much. And you might ask a question like, okay, who's new to my room? Who's been here before? I want my live host to put their live host time. So those are ways you can do it. When you think about your topic being Bible study, you might just ask questions that are based on what you just spoke about, And so again, just think about it as a live experience for people, and you're engaging your audience. Okay, so that's going to be important. Tapping the screen, sharing your live is also key. Let me do this. Let me switch topics. Thank you so much. When it comes to research, I want to answer the question about how do you find the right viewers. I think the question was somewhere along in that topic. How do you find viewers, the right viewers? Sharing your live is important while you're in the live, but even before you're live, announcing that you're going live. I'm going to take you a step back though. I tell people to do research. So if you're on your home screen where your profile is, your profile screen, there's a home button in the corner. I want you to click the home button. That takes you to the For You page. It takes you to your followings. You can see TikTok Shop at the top. However, there's a magnifying glass up there. That's the search option. I want you to tell the algorithm, can you cover 2 topics in one live? Yeah, sure. You can just tell people I'm about to talk about 2 topics. But yeah, you can. With that though, you want to make sure, like I talked about going live and I talked about some of the stuff here. I'm now about to talk about how do you find your niche, your target audience. So we're about to go there real quick, and then I'm going to give you a prompt before I have to get off in like 20 minutes that you can use for identifying your target audience. Okay, FYP. Yeah, thank you. So as you're on your home screen, you put in that magnifying glass, the search option. You want to search for a topic, maybe even your niche, that you're interested in. I'm gonna still go with the crocheting example because I use that obviously with my moderator being a crocheter. Do you get points for tapping? You do get points for tapping. Click 52 people in this room. Click that option. Top viewers, you see the top viewers in the room. These are people, by the way, you might want to connect with. Just saying, these are top viewers, top engagers. If you click that question mark, once the screen pops up, it breaks down how you get points for your engagement. Okay, tapping, commenting, gifting. You get a point for gifting. And then even watch time, you're getting engagement for that. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to, I just gave y'all a gem there because I want you to know how to actively engage, and then you could tell your viewers how to actively engage. The daily heartbeat gives you 45 points. Okay, so you want to do that. Put a comment in. And if you've been in my room for a minute, you haven't claimed your points, claim those points. I want you to click the daily heart me. And so thank you, Star. You can send Ting hearts and gifts and stuff too. So I appreciate that. Club cheers. And then so engage. That's what you want to do. And then you'll see people with blue boxes. Those are people who are high engagers, and they're leveling up because they are gifting. They're getting the daily heart me. They're tapping, commenting. So those are people you want to pay attention to. All right. Thank you so much. I see you all. I appreciate the support. On that home screen, I want you to type in your topic. Crocheting, I use as an example. So if I was going to say how to learn how to crochet, maybe that's something I'm intrigued with, or crocheting videos. Content creators and even live hosts will pop up that are in that particular crafting niche. Okay, so I can search for that. I tell TikTok, this is the algorithm, I'm telling TikTok I'm interested in crocheting. That's why you want to make sure content that you're interested in seeing, you use that search bar so you tell the algorithm clearly this is what I want to see, as opposed to it assuming based on the videos that you may be watching that are your followers and friends videos, maybe that's not what you really want and interested in. So then you got to tell the algorithm otherwise, okay? What do you do with the points? Think of the points as an incentive. TikTok allows you to get TikTok live access early. So somebody asked about how many followers you need for live access. Did I have an answer to that? YouTube, that's what it was on YouTube. You need 50 subscribers on YouTube. Here, you don't need, you need, people think 1,000. No. 500? No. People have gotten it less than 100 because they have a high level of engagement because of the blue boxes. They're coming to lives. They're telling the algorithm, I like being in lives. I'm engaging. And TikTok will give you live access early. Again, that's how it works. So it will give you what you tell it you want to see. That watch time, that engagement matters. Okay. So you want to make sure you're doing that. Claiming the points is important. That's how you level up. With those blue boxes, you are getting engagement levels. You're increasing your engagement. So you're able to get higher level gifts that you can give out. So that's a piece of it. Again, TikTok wants you to give because I told you earlier, they get a percentage. And then you also get, you get maybe TikTok shop early. You're meeting, engaging with other people. So you'll be able to have those people come and engage in your content. So that's all kind of the value of it, because you are a high engager. You come flying in the room at 23 points or higher. You'll see the people with the blue box come fly in. So that's part of their engagement. Thank you, Lisa. I need to go off for now. Oh, I got to go to get ready to left for workshop. Right there we go, friend. There we go. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Blessings. I appreciate you all. That's a good idea. Thank you. Topic, micro school, and what it is and why you should. Okay, awesome. And why you should do it. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. What day and time you go live? Appreciate you. Yes. Okay. So friends, so that's important as long as you know how to properly engage. Um, as you are searching those topics that interest you, okay? As you search the topics that are interesting to you, you want to watch those content, those videos. Watch that content. Again, the watch time matters. It tells TikTok you're interested in this topic. Okay? That's part of it. You are telling the algorithm, I want to see this and more of it. You engage from the bottom up. Thank you so much, Pretty. You engage from the bottom up because, again, you are telling the algorithm, I want to repost this. I want to share it out to my other people. I favorite it because I want to go back and see it. I commented, and this is where the comments are gold. I commented because I like this topic and I'm telling TikTok I'm interested in this. Furthermore, I'm going to type a word that is aligned with this topic. It is something about this topic I'm interested in. So if I want to know about crocheting, you put something in there that says, I love crocheting when I was a child. This is so reminiscent of when I was young and learning how to crochet for the first time. Something that speaks to that topic. Saying the word a couple times is important. Then what's most important is that you now see people who have a similar topic or interest that a similarity in that topic that you have. And so essentially, as you are scrolling down, you are hearting some of their comments. You're hearting them. You might reply to a few of them. You might even go over to their page and engage with their content. But the reality is they're going to see that. And if you're a crocheter, they're going to come to your page and engage with your content. So you want to be intentional about getting some of those people over to your page. Then you want to heart that topic and make sure that you engage with other content like that. Do you repeat these topics in other live videos? I'm at work now. I do. I'm a go. This 4 p.m. is my go live with ease. So I'm helping my newbies. Oh, sneaky. It's not. It's real. That's how you engage. You're engaging intentionally. You are now engaging with people. Somebody asked me earlier, how do I get more viewers? You want viewers that are your target audience. You just don't want viewers. You just don't want people to come in your room and engage. That's okay. But they're not going to feel like you're talking to them. Your topic is not going to resonate with them. So you want people who are going to engage back. And that's why you're intentionally going out to find people who essentially have a similar interest. Your target audience is a reflection of you. I say it all the time. My target audience is me. I was nervous. I was afraid. I was shy. I was scared to go live. I'm introverted. I am introverted. Y'all may not think that I am. And so with that, you want people to understand how to go live. So my audience is me. Okay. What words, emojis? Emojis you use if you say something that may be inappropriate. I turn on my content disclosure. That's my secret weapon. I like this topic. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you being here. I turn on my content disclosure so that I can make sure that I can make sure that I'm able to say things that are aligned with my brand. I also, you might hear me say initials to things. So when I talk about the YT, YouTube, you talk about IG, Instagram, FB, obviously the book. So I try not to say too much, but I usually turn on my content disclosure. I did a post, so you can go engage with my content after this, but I did a post yesterday. That was the last post I did, so you should be able to see it. So I'm doing good. I'm engaging with Bible study rooms. There we go. That's it. That should be showing up on your feed. That's it. And so as you're thinking about your community, you want to be intentional about connecting with that content that has that target audience. Okay. What does it mean with the numbers in the box? The number in the box is your level of engagement, friend. Yep. Your level of engagement. So, Sade, let me explain that a little more. Faceless Digital Guy, how you doing? How do you build an audience? Some people have 20, 50 viewers. Others have 2 to 5 viewers. Well, part of it's, like I said, making sure you have the right audience. You're not, my friend, my faceless digital guy. You're probably gonna have to come back to my 10 a.m. I go live twice a month, twice a day. 10 a.m. is my go live with ease. I'm sorry, my go live and monetize your expertise, because I'm telling you about above and beyond TikTok, going live. How do you monetize by offering a solution? And then this is my 4 o'clock go live with ease. I got 15-ish minutes. So I'm going to have to show you guys chat, because I want to make sure I honor what I said about chat. But I want to make sure you guys have all the information you need. But engagement in terms of how you activate your live, how you start your live off with the keywords. And then even before that, like I just said, making sure you're meeting and connecting with people who have a similar interest as your topic for your live. That's going to be a key. So as you're thinking about your live, you got to make sure you are activating the room, tapping your screen, sharing your live, saying words that resonate with your target audience, as well as encouraging your live viewers, your viewers, to engage properly, because they need to know how to get a blue box. That's part of it. If you hit the number up in this corner, it tells you how to become a top viewer. It actually tells you how, in that question mark, it tells you how to make sure you are liking, commenting, gifting, watching a live. And then, my people, Sade, you asked the question really quickly. Sade, will you just put your comment in? Good afternoon to Dr. B. How you doing, Dr. B? Will you put your comment in? Click your photo. Anybody who wants to see this, put hi in real quick in the chat if you want to see how to get a blue box. If you don't have one, you'll know. Galinda, make sure you always put words behind somebody's comment before you tag them, as you're tagging them, because you want to make sure you don't look like a bot, so TikTok knows who you are. Click your photo. So after you put some words in there, hi, hello, good evening, how you doing, Sakithia? And as you do that, I want you to click your photo, then click your level. If you're level 0, if you're level 6, if you're levels 2, if you're levels 23, whatever your level is, okay? My 0 people have no blue box yet. It just says LV 0. Click that box. So whatever that number is, the LV number, click that box. It tells you how many points you've collected in a live. Then it's the / symbol. That's the total amount of points you need for that level. Okay? Then underneath there is the difference. That's what you're going to pay attention to. It's what you need, what you have, and what you need. Those are the experience points. Your experience, your engagement in this live. And that's how many points you need to get to that next level. Okay. So when I talk about going live and I say, okay, when you enter someone's live, you are entering a relationship. Okay. We are a threesome. Okay. It's you, me, and TikTok. Okay. We work together. This relationship doesn't work unless you all engage, and unless I am helping you to, in terms of my topic, it is helping to educate, entertain, and inspire you. So that's how this relationship works. We're in the threesome. Okay. You said you have to participate in this. Yeah, you got to participate in this relationship. This is not, this is a relationship. So sharing the live, that's what just happened. 142 shares have happened. Sharing the live, tapping my live, 34.k taps have happened. So, you'll hear people say, oh, get to 50K, let the confetti drop. That's because you're tapping. Okay. Yes, this is a relationship. So everybody has a role. And I told you, I showed you up there where it matters. And then gifting. Thank you for the gift, Linda. You get a point for every gift you give. Okay. So TikTok says, okay, I want you to level up. I want you to get boxes. I want you to be a high engager. And if you decide not to be a high engager and you're wondering why you don't have people in your live, or you're wondering why you don't get TikTok shop, or you're wondering why it's taking forever to get live access, TikTok is like, okay, well, you're not really engaging. And I point to my watch and I say, TikTok, TikTok. It's like that for real. They want you here. They want consistency. That matters. They want engagement. That matters. Okay. So I say that because I know that's something I teach. I usually teach that earlier in the live. And so when I get to this point in the live where it was about to end soon, sorry, you all, I don't get a chance to kind of recap in that way, but I do come back because I want you to be intentional about your engagement. I want you to be able to have people in your room, But you got to tell people. He said, better together. That's it. But you got to tell people because a lot of times people don't know. They don't know what they don't know. Depending on what your topic is, they may come to your live because they love it. They love learning. I'm a learn room. They love it. But then when it comes to engaging, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to have coins on my account. I didn't know I needed coins. That's part of it. Yeah, you need the coins. You could you can click the gift box and recharge. In the gift box, there's a way to click the number in the right corner or recharge option, or you can go to the website www.tiktok.com/symbol coin. And that's where you want to get coins. Does TikTok look at the number of likes you give? Yeah, they look at that. That top viewer, it's all your points you collected. Yes. If you tap on the screen, you'll start seeing a pink heart pop up here. When you tap and tap and tap it, that pink heart pops up and then the line crawls across. And then that pink heart starts to get fatter and get bigger and the little confetti dots start percolating out of it. And then when you let go, confetti will fall on the screen. It'll tell you how many likes you sent in that tapping session. So you want to tap. People say tap till the confetti falls. So yeah. How you doing, T? I see your friend. Yes, get your coins up. Get your coins up. Yes. I appreciate your friend. Okay, enjoy learning from every time. Yes, thank you so much, friend. One live I did was only a video of my OtterBox. What'd you say? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I repeat all that over and over in my life. There you go, Miss Darlene. How you doing, T? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. That's my favorite thing to do in here. Yes, I appreciate you all. So I got 10 minutes to talk about this chat prompt. I'm going to do this really quickly. Now, in all fairness, I'm not about to give this full justice because I like to kind of sit in this topic for a little bit. So if you are still here with me, let me know. But I'm not going to give this full justice. So we probably might have to make this a part 2 for my 4 p.m. because I want you to understand how you can, thank you so much, T, how you can leverage this information to understand who's your target audience, how you're talking to them, and then also how you can create a bio. All of this is going to be part of it. So really, they said, I'm here with love. How you doing, friend? So I'm going to flip my camera around. I appreciate you so much, Miss Darlene. Thank you so much. Hello, Dana. Hello. Hello. How you doing, friend? So we are on ChatGPT. Okay. So this is the chat. You see chat up in the corner, chatgpt.com. That's where I'm at. I'm on the website. We're going to do a brainstorm prompt real quick. I'm going to say, help me brainstorm. Storm ideas. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to say, help me brainstorm 5 examples. That's what I use. I'm doing this from the top of my head. 5 examples of a niche and topics for my live stream. That's what this is. It's a live stream. And include, this is going to be a real long run-on sentence, but it's okay. Chat understands. You don't have to be grammatically correct. It'll fix it. And include keywords to attract my target audience. So we want to know what are those words I need to say that matter to that audience. And include, now I want to know from chat, like, who is my audience? Include the demographics. What are they, male, female, age group, demographics, psychographics? How do they think? Psychographics. How do they think? What do they value? And I said pain points. What are they challenged by? What are the things that keep them up at night? Challenge points of my target audience. Okay. Based on me being. Now this becomes A. So the next sentences, the next part of this, and I'm going to do this so you guys can get a screenshot of it. I think you can. Okay. I got it centered. Get your screenshot because the next part is all about you. Chat is so incredibly helpful. It is. It is all about you. I don't want you to feel like, oh, what do I write? Write about your characteristics. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm this. I'm that. I'm gonna put some in here so we can have a prompt go. So I'm gonna say, me being a mom of 4. Now I'm a mom of 4 kids, and we're a blended family, but I'm not putting all the details. I would tell you to put a lot more details in it. Got it. Yep. So you could put more details, but I'm going to be a little brief just for the sake of time. But it says I'm a mom of 4 with 3 in college, which is true. We're a blended family. I have a biological daughter and 1 in preschool. My husband and our second marriages, and we have our little preschool kid together, our little COVID baby. And so my husband came with 2 kids, 2 boys, and I had a daughter, and we got 1 together. And I'm going to say wife. I could say I'm a divorcee, but I didn't put that in there. So you put what you think is most relevant, important to you, specifically for your live stream. Thank you so much, BGD. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, my wife. I'm going to say I love fitness. We'll say that. And walking in the mornings. Let's see. And let's see. Healthy eating. We'll say that. I don't know if all this is true. Eating and cooking. And I'm going to say I like the financial planner. I'm not a financial planner, but I think that's always a good one because it brings that financial element to the conversation. Financial planner. Okay. And then I'm going to hit send. I'm going to let chat get to chatting. Okay. So chat got to chatting. You need that prompt. You can screenshot it again. Is it thinking? You know what? Let me do something. Let me copy this before it goes out. I don't want to have to reboot. Let me refresh my screen. It might need to refresh. Hold on 1 second. It might need to refresh. What are you doing? Verify I'm human. Let me see. Why did it do that? It normally doesn't do that. Chat, are you going to act up? Okay, we're going to go here. Maybe chat is acting up. Let's see if it works, you all. No, something went wrong. It's acting goofy. Let's try one more time. We may have to save this for tomorrow. Yes, it's acting up. It usually pops up that other screen that says, do you want to log in? Yeah, it's acting up, guys. Let's see. See if there's anything else I can click. Let me see. Try first. I think it's going to act up, guys. No, it's acting up. I think something's going on. That's the thing about live. Yeah. Yeah, it's acting up. So we're going to have to wait. And maybe chat is going to have to figure its life out. It might be me. But I don't think it is. So making me log in. I usually don't like logging in. We are not going to. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it this way. Let's see. I'm going to do OpenAI. I don't want to log in because I don't want this to be my let's see if it'll do it this way. It's gonna do it. It's thinking. Yeah, I think it's glitching. Yeah, it must be a Chat GPT thing. Okay, so yeah, it's not gonna go right now. But you guys have the prompt. Try it on your home so you have a copy of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jackie. Oh, okay, we got the idea. Very descriptive and detailed. You're welcome. So yeah, if you go on your website and see if it'll work for you. I don't want to log in. So chat, I do recommend that you have the login feature. We got the idea. Perfect. I do recommend that you have the feature that you're logging in because it's going to remember your prompts. This is a prompt that I don't want it to remember because it's not mine. So I don't want to log into my platform. But with that being said, go ahead and log in, do that prompt. That's one. And then I usually say after the results, it'll give me 5 examples. Remember, that's what I asked for. Thank you for the level of cake. Look at you. Congratulations, friend. See you later. Got to see you. Okay, awesome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friends. So what I tell you is that after you do that prompt, the second prompt is I say, write me write me a 30-minute outline for my live stream. Okay. Based on, it gave me 5 examples of a niche. Maybe niche number 1 is what I like. Okay. Thanks, Amelia. You're awesome. You're welcome, friends. I'm sorry. You guys didn't see the full chat, but take that prompt and put it in. You'll see what comes out for you. The key part is that you're writing it based on your interests. I stay longer because I use it for school stuff. There we go. There we go. Yep. So let me do this. I will be back because I have to go and run to my meeting. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then I'll be back at 4. Hopefully chat's working. I can run through this for you tomorrow. Thank you so much, T. I see you, friend. And then I'll run through this prompt and I'll give you the other prompt. The other prompt is your bio, 80-character bio, after you figure out what your topic is about. Okay? All right, friends. Appreciate you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here. Ring the bell. If you click the bell, claim your points before I go off too. If you want to claim points, if you gave any kind of points on this live tonight, make sure you claim your points, friends. I don't want you to leave any points behind. Claim them really quickly. And then we are going to, I want you to click the profile, my profile, and click the bell on my profile so you know when I go live. Okay? Thanks. I appreciate you all. All right. Thank you. I see you all. Click your daily heart me one more time so you claim those points. Okay? All right, good friends. Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hello, YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.